Men are not lining up in droves to deal with arrogance, entitlement, claw hands, nagging. That kind of personality, it really wears a man down. Many modern women out there kind of act like if they give a man a chance, it's basically equivalent to him receiving a gift from her. So he's getting the gift of her presence. And so because she looks at it that way, like she's handing him something valuable, she kind of expects something in return, right? And so now he owes her because he gets to be around her. And then when he doesn't act endlessly grateful or obedient, she kind of sees it as a betrayal, and she's shocked. She can't believe he didn't worship the beauty queen standing in front of him.
As women, we need to stop dating down. We genuinely need to stop giving the uglies a chance, because for whatever reason they think that they made it, and then their egos blow up, and then they end up screwing people over. Like, what? That's why I'm not on the dating apps. That's why you shouldn't be on the dating apps, okay? Because these men, okay, these boys, think they have access to you, when in real life, in the wild, you wouldn't look them a certain way. And then don't get caught up in the, okay, like, he's not that handsome, but he's nice. Everybody's nice. That's the fucking bare minimum. Oh my God, if that man cannot be nice, cannot be polite, girl, my cat's nice, and she scratches me a lot. She's nice. She comes and cuddles. Come on. We need to stop as a collective. I've given ugly men a chance, and they were ugly on the inside too, okay? All right? Unless he's ugly, very rich, very generous, okay? No. Even then, you need to reconsider. And then don't go for the best looking men who have nothing to offer, okay? Because that is the same problem, is they think they can just get away with things with their face. It's like, no, honey, you gotta do more than that. Or if they're like, I got a big I have so many opinions about this. It's my take it or leave it, okay? Stop giving ugly people from the inside and out a chance.
She's sitting there calling men uglies and talking about, how she gave them a chance and how women in general need to stop dating down, apparently. But then she admits that these same ugly men she thinks and calls beneath her and beneath other women are actually the ones screwing them over. So the audacity, right? These supposedly like low value men, they had the nerve to not commit, to not stay loyal and stick around just because some self-absorbed woman gave them a shot. And here's the thing, right? Like, you can't even really trust modern women's judgment when it comes to looks. These women are hyping each other up constantly, saying things like, oh, she's so pretty, she's a 10. And then they'll turn around and call basically all men chopped or ugly. And it's just like half of them sound like they're becoming lesbians, the way they obsess over how hot other women are. And yet, again, somehow every man is now below average. Suddenly there's a chopped man epidemic. But I want to show you for a second. Take a look at the women who are the ones saying this. And this one's making the rounds right now. Here, just watch this nonsense.
So as we're all very much aware, we are living through a chopped man epidemic, and there's a big shortage of baddies. It's gone so bad to the point that, like, if I see an attractive man, it genuinely makes my day. I was walking on the sidewalk earlier, and I saw a cute guy in his car, so I waved to him, and he smiled back at me. And obviously he drove away after that, but I was like, oh my God, a cute guy? This was at 6:50 p.m. It's 7:17, and I'm still like, oh my God. And I feel like this is going to power me through my evening. Like, wow, I actually saw an attractive man today. Like, diamond in the rough, needle in the haystack. Seriously.
And the only reason I brought this up is because it proves something bigger. And it's that these women are just completely disconnected from reality when it comes to looks. They overinflate their own value so much, and other women inflate other women's value. Basically, it's just a massive circle jerk about how beautiful all of them are, while at the same time, they devalue men's looks. So when a woman sits there calling men just ugly, it means nothing. You can't trust it. And it's not just these two women that I've played for you here. This has turned into a whole genre on TikTok. Just a bunch of women complaining that there's apparently no attractive men left. And then, of course, it's mostly average-looking women trashing their looks equivalent. So, again, average-looking women trashing average-looking men. Could it be there is no chopped man epidemic and all of these women are just drastically overestimating their value? Of course. Of course. So back to the first girl, who's kind of like just a little bit too delusional to realize what she just revealed. Not just about herself, but about how overinflated so many women's sense of value really is. If the men you claim are beneath you are the ones playing you and screwing you over or refusing to commit to you, maybe you're not as superior as you think you are. Men are not lining up in droves to deal with arrogance, entitlement, claw hands, nagging, and then nonstop attitude. No man is signing up for a woman who thinks her presence alone is a prize. That kind of personality, it really wears a man down. It's exhausting, and it kills desire, and it makes it really easy for him to rationalize leaving your ass or not committing to you in the first place. You might get away with it for a little while, but eventually that guy's going to realize the headache is not worth it. And when he does, again, he will leave. He will leave. I mean, a lot of these women, and her particularly, you know, the first woman I played for you, she's kind of like the product that keeps getting returned. Like, so it looks fine on the shelf, so customers will buy it. But once they get it home, they realize it's not great and they take it back. If that continues happening, the problem isn't the customers, it's the product. So she needs to do a little bit of self-reflection there, right? And think about it. If it happens once or twice, you know, maybe it's the customer or whatever, but if it keeps happening, that's a you problem. That's a you problem. And so, you know, she mocks the idea of giving a chance to a guy because he's nice. And she says being nice is the bare minimum. Like men owe women more than kindness just for them showing up. If you're just meeting someone, isn't kindness actually the maximum you're entitled to? You don't know each other. All you're reasonably owed is basic respect and kindness. So when she rolls her eyes at men for being nice as if that's some pitiful standard, it exposes how entitled she is. She genuinely feels like she deserves more than just kindness when meeting a guy. For what? What is she really expecting? Free stuff? Probably. Chivalry? Yeah. A pedestal? For sure. Meanwhile, she's calling men uglies and calling them boys in a condescending way, acting like going on a date with them is charity work. Like it's charity work. She herself cannot meet the so-called bare minimum. And she acts like she's too good for basic decency, too valuable to continue acknowledging average men. The ego makes sense when you start understanding what's been feeding it. Her and many women like her have been told she's a queen. They're queens just for existing. And every time they have like a failed relationship, it gets met with shit like, oh, well, you're too good for him. He can't handle you. He's just intimidated. And they say all this shit instead of asking why it keeps happening. So you've got social media, her friends, and an entire ecosystem that's basically designed to keep their confidence really, really high, even when it's never actually earned. So a lot of these women, they just live in echo chambers of essentially just artificial confidence with real no basis in reality. It's not even earned. Just nope, you're a woman, you're a female, so you're fantastic. And nothing bad that ever happens really is your fault. So, as I mentioned in the beginning, she's developed this mindset that being a woman is a gift in itself. A woman's presence is the prize. And it's not just her, this is everywhere. Women, and men, of course, have pedestalized females for decades. And now we're watching the result. This is what happens. Take a look at the modern woman. Thank you very much. This is what we get. They're women. They're humans. They eat, shit, and sleep just like men. They are humans. They are not gods. And just too many people have been treating them like they are for a long time. Listen to her language. She's giving chances to these men. Like she's some benevolent queen handing out favors to peasants. The arrogance, it's just nauseating. It really is. And what makes it even worse is the projection. She's accusing these men of having inflated egos just for getting with her. Meanwhile, her entire mindset is built on the idea that any man should feel lucky just to be there with her. So it's like, who really has the inflated ego? And that inflated ego, it blinds her to her own role in all of these failed relationships. Instead of these women asking, it's like, what am I doing wrong? They ask, why aren't these men more grateful for the opportunity to be with me? So everyone else is the problem. Every man is a problem. It's never her. Never the woman. You can hear it. You can hear it when she complains that attractive men, they need to do more than that, than just be attractive. More for what? Like, why? Why? They're supposed to do more for the privilege of dealing with her attitude? What exactly is she bringing here that justifies all of these demands? What? Women like this have just completely lost touch with reality. They can't actually recognize when the market is giving them clear feedback about their actual value. Instead of working on herself, she'd rather make videos calling other people ugly and then wondering, why nobody wants to stick around. And this is exactly why more men are walking away from dating entirely. Who wants to deal with this level of delusion and entitlement? You don't even have to offer commitment to get sex from them. Think about that. Men can get the thing they want the most without giving commitment in return. And if you're dumb enough to commit to someone like this, you're going to be stuck dealing with that entitled attitude 24/7. It's a terrible deal. So these women have managed to make themselves both easy and insufferable at the same time. Congratulations, ladies. You've created the worst possible outcome for yourselves. And at the end, she says those men were ugly on the inside too. The irony is, she just spent 2 minutes exposing how ugly she is on the inside. She is entitled, she is arrogant, bitter, condescending, and completely out of touch.